Hello and welcome to Troublesome Tuesday. Why is it troublesome, you may ask? Well, number one, I've lost my mojo. It's gone. Can't find it. Disappeared. Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, I've lost the adapter that plugs into my Mac so I can get the footage from this camera into the editing software. Basically, it's my lifeline. It's the thing that makes it all work. It's a little adapter. It's white. It's about that big. Nowhere to be seen. Disappeared. Vanished. Last had it Saturday night while video editing. Haven't seen it since. It's disappeared. I can't do any video editing without it. It's got to have been put somewhere, but like by mistake. A full search of the boat is commencing. So, let's get looking. Tell me more good news, Mr. Warner.
I've got a leak in the bathroom still.
I've had all that out, taken all the cushions off. This is where I keep everything, and I've emptied the whole thing. Oh, please let it be found.
It's usually plugged into the end of something. Is that like white lead or?
It's not there, is it, Glenn?
You look right down the edge of the water.
Yeah, I pulled it all out. I've just found it.
In the big.
It was in the big notebook. Now all we've got to do is search for where the bathroom is leaking and search for my mojo. Once we've found all those things, life will be good. We've got some sort of water issue going on. The pump is coming on every time you're turning on the tap. Doesn't normally happen. Do you think it's to do with the pressure in the tank? Or do you think it's connected to the leak in the bathroom?
No, I don't think it's connected to the leak in the bathroom. Pump seems to be coming on every time you turn the water on, which is not how our system works. We've got an accumulator tank that normally holds about 5 litres of water. Yeah, it's like there's something wrong with the pressure, which is a bugger, to be honest with you. So I'm in the bathroom. I've just taken our drawer out of there, and I'm going to take all this out of here, clear it out properly, because last time I just sort of did a bit of a half-hearted job because we've got water again in there. I don't think it's got anything to do with it, but I will have a check. So basically this section of the floor only goes from there to there, so it's tiny. But it is wet in there, and so there is obviously water getting in somehow, but good thing is it's contained in this tiny little area. I need to get it all cleaned out and dried out, and then I can get a better idea where it's all coming from. It's going to take a little bit of time to move all the stuff out of the way. These are our bow thruster pipes, which get in the way everywhere, but there's nothing I can do about them. They've got to stay exactly where they are.
So what do you reckon?
Well, it's not the sink, it's not the shower. Can't even be a window, because if that window was leaking it would be going into that section. Right. It can only be the mushroom or the toilet.
The fresh water feed to the toilet. Yeah.
I think I found the leak. I think I put in that little junction there so we could isolate the toilet. It's got a few connectors in it, which might be the issue. Anyway, let's get this all dried out properly.
I've inherited this poorly piece lily. So I'm going to give it a trim back of all the dead stuff and then just talk to it nicely to see if we can get it to come back to life. Right, that's better. And while we're talking plants, just look at this whopper. 2 flowers, looks like more coming. So this is the amaryllis from Christmas. It bloomed once and I cut it back, and it's grown this other rather gigantic stem.
Tightened all the joints up, and I've made it so it can't move anymore. So all back together again. Oh, just got to put the drawer back in. Right, number 2. I think we've lost a bit of pressure in our system because the old pump was probably a little bit more lazy. We've got this accumulation tank which I fitted a couple of years ago because the old one had rotted out, and I let a lot of the pressure out at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump it out. There's a little valve up there, got a bike pump. I'm going to pump it up a little bit, see if I can get the pressure to stop it keep going off. It's pump shouldn't come on, shouldn't come on yet, shouldn't come on yet, shouldn't come on yet. Any sort of time now it will come on. There you go. So the pump's on. I've run it for a bit, and it should run for about 15-20 seconds, and then it should stop, because basically it's filling the accumulation tank up and putting pressure in the system. There you go, it's stopped now. So hopefully it was just a bit of low pressure in the system, which I've now put back in by blowing up the valve on the accumulation tank in the front. We'll see how it goes.
Okie doke, it is afternoon. I've been working hard, Glenn's been fixing stuff. We're going for a walk down the towpath. It is a combination of windy, muddy, rainy. It's very windy actually. I'm going to take my camera, but I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film, because it'll be like we're in a wind tunnel. Anyway, let's go. Get some miles in today.
Just make sure we'll eliminate this. I'm going to put this over. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Because it's windy, I'm going to put a brief on top.
Okay.
No, it don't look very good, does it?
No, let's go, Mr. Warner. Mr. Warner's just dug that out of the canal. Yeah, that'll be perfect. I'm just questioning Glenn's choice of footwear. I'm thinking he should have worn more substantial boots. We haven't even got to the really muddy bit yet. It's a lot wetter than yesterday. Yeah, this is the worst bit. We're on our way back now. There's a pheasant joining us for this walk along the towpath. We left it a bit late today for our walk, and we're trying to get back before it gets dark. So, note to self, go out earlier tomorrow. It looks like the workmen have finished for the day, so we can have a closer look when we walk past. So, what can we see?
And they've left that one in with the high ab in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, so the high ab can do all the lifting.
It's going to be interesting to get those big gates out and that. Back with our canal find. It's pouring with rain outside. It is chucking it down. There's a storm coming apparently. Tonight's dinner, we've got one HelloFresh meal, and it's complicated. We've got this one left, harissa chicken with roasted cauliflower. The problem is we use the chicken in the vegetarian stir fry. So what we've actually got at the moment is roasted cauliflower. But we can work with that. We can work with that. I've got some more special sausages. So let's have harissa sausage with roasted cauliflower. Not only am I going to migrate from these instructions with the chicken, I'm also going to do my own thing. It says to cook all the elements separately here, mix them together at the end. I'm going to throw everything in a pan. I think it'll work. Right, here we go. I don't often go off-piste with HelloFresh meals, but let's chuck this in the oven, see how it turns out. Well, some time later, dinner's been cooked for about, a good half an hour. We've been chatting to Joe, Neil, Zara and Paul on the computer. Right, here we go. I'll have a little taste. Tastes lovely. Dinner was actually very, very tasty. I would eat that again. It was very good. Storm Christoph is making his way across the country. So, stay safe everybody. The wind is lively out there tonight.